Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Hi, Kira. What you doing? Yeah. Hello, everybody. I want to thank B-Boy Krubs for the 3-month resub. Thank you very much. Glad to have you here. I hope you're enjoying International B-Boy in the Olympics Day. Good morning, good morning. Hello there. Becky with a 62-month resub. Holy smokes, Becky, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with me for an unholy amount of time. My goodness. Hello there. Morning, morning. Kitty cat, if you headbutt that water bottle, it may topple and make a loud noise. I might move that. That's on me. Oh no, it's full. That's not going anywhere. I guess if you headbutt the water bottle, it'll just go thud. Thunk. Good morning, everybody. I hope you had good sleep if you just woke up. It's probably only morning for me. There's and other West Coasties, but a lot of you are not West Coasties, and you've kind of had your Saturday already, or at least you're a good way through it. Where do I want to start here? I was doing something. I was up to something. I was up to leveling her. That's right. Pardon me, she was level 30. We were doing the event to try to get the offhand transmog. That's right. Maybe the cloaks as well. Yeah, offhand try still. I feel like I need to keep going on it. If I get her all the way to 70 and it doesn't drop, then it wasn't meant to be. But like, let's kitty cat tail. Let's believe it'll drop. I can see it dropping or something. MT for the win. Evening here. Been a warmish day even. Oh, Sarit giving out a gift sub. Thank you very much. Happy Saturday. Oh man. Okay. Surprised if you didn't get it by 70. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm feeling. Plus, that's a lot of delightful. Yeah, sorry, Black Harvest people. I've never heard of you. Please never contact me again. And, you know, lots of time for me to like check out more buttons that I may or may not want to press. Implosion. I don't know. Shadow Bolt and Demon Bolt. Bile Scourge. No, we're not in Bile Scourge Bombers. We're in Demonic Strength. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Pet damage. So we'll have to get some repairs. Let's make sure we got our friend Vinny out. Where's Vinny, our fellow guard? Madam Hazel, coziest of cozy, human being extraordinaire. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Almost to Gatlinburg, Tennessee for hiking weekend. Oh, lovely. Black Harvest Class Hall, least competent. The entire campaign starts with them dying or being captured. Well, what do you do? At least they've got a nice view. little space twisting the other situation. Shall we head through this way? Yeah. Someone roasted me for using corruption yesterday, and it's making me feel like maybe I should take it off my bar. Memories of King Gordok sounds good. Oh, I guess I can pick up the daily. I am now at a point with the vendor where I have every single appearance from the vendor, including different like item IDs that have the same appearance. I bought all the different copies. I've got at least one of every single item from the vendor gear, as well as all of the pets and mounts. Kitty cat, what is it? Well, so I think it's going to take a minute for people to filter through because it looks like Anixia just died. Oh, for casting corruption. I guess it's not like a demonology kind of thing to do. In good politeness, of course. We are. What other buttons do I have? You know, it's in the spell book. I guess I'm not even gonna put demonic circle in my bar. I'm not trying to warlock that hard. I wonder why it's showing me that my gear needs. Oh, I can't repair it because it's breaking, and I can't repair it because it's white quality armor. That's embarrassing. I'm like, I keep saying. Oh, also I'm broke, apparently. That doesn't help either. Okay, maybe you can't. Can you repair whites? Repair an item. You can repair white quality gear. I'm just a broke Patricia is what's happened here. Okie dokie. We can live with that. Hi, Hazel. Hello, angry internet cat. Good morning. Yeah, we're doing okay. Do I feel like I should pull King Gordok on my own? No, someone will show up. I could join a group, but let's be honest, it doesn't sound like me. Let's try and fight one of these guys first. I wonder if I'm supposed to fill with Shadow Bolt if I don't have Demon Bolt procs. Maybe that's the thing. Alright, we can take him. We can take him. Go, Vinny. He's so small. How did he get so short? I feel like Felguard's used to tower. Kitty Cat War on a 3-stream streak. Good day. How's it going on? Good day to you. Morning or afternoon or evening. Whoa. Vincent. Vinegar. Vinixshikor. You've perished. This button will help me summon you again, though. There we go. We're not so much in the range of being able to solo these things. I wonder if the event is like calming down now that it's been out for a little bit and people are doing other things, or the event is picking up because it's a Saturday morning and it's picked up so much that I'm just on a shard that doesn't happen to have a ton of people. Vinny. Oh, so he'll get bigger as I level? Like he physically scales as I level? That's kind of cool. I hope he ends up taller because he's a little midi right now. Depends on the time of day. Sharding is real. Yeah. Suppose I'll wait and do some more Dreadstalkers. That seems like a good idea. And then maybe some impies. I don't really explode them unless I'm trying to... I don't know. I'm not even going to worry about trying to figure out demonology. We're just going to press the pretty buttons and hope other people kill things. Have some coffee, you know. That's one thing a nice 4-second Demon Bolt cast gives you time for is catching up in your coffee. I decided to use the event to get my hunter from 60 to 70. My goodness, is it fast. I approve. Add on the help with rotation. Hikili. People were discussing Hikili yesterday. Had some leftover mashed taters for breakfast. Breakfast of champions. Excellent. Sounds pretty good. We've got Ritual of Doom. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember what that one was about. Gives a chance at an instant Demon Bolt. Oh, so it's still for a single target. I should just... What if I like the imps? What if I'm feeling bad because I'm the one that asked them to come here? I guess they don't really die. They just like... It's like a circular... It's like a closed loop imp ecosystem. You know, they're just getting recycled. They're getting refreshed. They're gonna go through like the imp processing plant and maybe get a little like UV treatment or something. Watching the rotation continue while you sipped intently for the Strily. Funny. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Level 30, not gonna be doing a ton. Press buttons. Have fun. So I'm taking Doom off my bars because we like ourselves too much for that. Also, who has 4 friends? Yeah, this is fine. This is all good. I hope I get like the offhand drop. I haven't had much gear at all. Ooh, we can have a Tyrant. That seems like a good idea. We haven't really had many gear pieces at all dropping the last like 10 or 15 levels, as evidenced by my white quality items, but that's all right. At least we have heirlooms, so some things are scaling. No imps go to waste. Do you think if an imp does particularly good damage, it can like break the cycle of reincarnation and find lasting peace? Has there ever been a recorded story of an imp escaping from imphood? Nope. Stuck forever. Anytime I look at someone's action bars, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Bottom part, 1-3 equals, shift 1-3 equals. Well, everybody's very personal. Everybody does things in a very individual way, and it'll be custom as well to like the things you use. all of this bar and then this bar, my 1-3 equals and shift 1-3 equals, those are all on my mouse, and then my left hand is my keyboard. I have A and D are strafe, so that I can use Q and E as combat keybinds. These Quillbar are not dying very quickly. I think I actually... Oh, I can't join a group because I'm level 31. Pre-made groups become available at 50. Okay, alright. Maybe I will stick it out. Yikes, okay. Listen. Maybe in another 10 minutes, it'll be a really good time for me to go do the Azerothian Archives Big Dig for my first time this week. So that, and then I'll have logged off for a while so that maybe I'll log back in and I'll get a different shard. Maybe if they do enough imp yoga, they'll get there. There's a level, apparently level 50 for joining a pre-made group, according to my UI anyway. This feature becomes available at level 50. I am not in Chromie time. I am 99% sure I'm not in Chromie time. I was also doing this successfully yesterday and I haven't changed anything. I went to bed and I woke up. Yesterday felt so long. I swear I used to do like one thing in a day, and sometimes that thing was just stream, and the days would go really fast. And they're still going really fast because War Within comes out in like 12 days, which is crazy. I need a new superlative for crazy. I feel like I go for crazy, bonkers, and bananas. And bananas is really fun to say, so I'm not willing to let go of that or bonkers, but I could mix it up a little bit. We could come up with a few more. Wild. That's wild. I'm just a little too dorky to get away with anything like super serial right now, as evidenced by my use of the word serial. Nuts. It could have put you in Chromie time if it was a character made before pre-patch. Since yesterday? This was working fine yesterday. Leveling an Alton Terrible Shards, hit 61, Chromie popped up, and I was like, oh. Yeah, I'll double check just for my sanity, because it would be really embarrassing if I made a big thing but how I wasn't in Chromie time, and then I was. We may as well go back and just have a little look. No shame in double checking. Cray. In Norwegian, if we're indicating that something is absolutely bonkers, we say that is holy Texan. Are you serious? Oh dear. I feel like Texas isn't even the state that has the reputation for madness. That's Florida. Florida has the reputation for things just being absolutely unhinged. Texas would be proud. Loony. That's loony. Particularly Canadian. I started watching a little bit of the B-boy competition before stream, but then stream started, so I only got to watch one of the rounds I wanted to see. So later on, no spoilers, later on, I'm going to catch up with what's going on with Phil Wizard. I like Mad as well. Mad feels like quite British. Like, oh, that's mad. In it. I can't do the accent. Or at least not in a way that won't give people nightmares. We are going to Stormwind is what we're going to do. Maybe that's why I like it. The Brits say all kinds of funky things. Nice. Hi, kitty. You're so cute. You're so cute. Go crazy, go nuts. There's also that's mental. Bunch of fun terms watching shows like the IT Crowd. I am still gonna main my priest. I feel like I can finally let go of my hunter after so many years sticking with it. I am sticking with priest. I had like a brief thought about hunter, but I like healing too much. I can't leave holy priest behind specifically. I also like shadow, and I'm willing to embrace them both on the same character this expansion, which is a departure for me. Even in Dragonflight, when I wanted to play a shadow priest, I actually leveled a different one. I have an undead priest that I had used as a shadow priest in Dragonflight, but in the War Within, I'm gonna live my life. Yeah, no, I was not in a Chromie time. We'll pop into one and then we'll pop out of it just to Return to present. Actually, that might fix the sharding thing as well. But in any case, I'm also, before I head back, I'm going to take a minute and do at least my weekly quest for the Azerothian Archives dig, because that's going to give me some fragments that I want. I'm not finished with the transmog from that vendor, and I would like a look. Oh, also it's Saturday, so World Quest would have ticked over. Have you given any more thought to Brewmaster Tank? Hunter healing support spec. Yeah. At first I was like, well, that's not what I like about Hunter. But then I was like, what if I had an army of, like, moths that I could send around the battlefield to bless people back to life with, like, their dust and stuff? And then I just hurl band-aids at them. You just get a band-aid launcher. I'm going to the dig. The reason I'm leaving 5 minutes early is because it's going to take me 5 minutes to get there. Or within Maine, scary plot DK. Are you guys still figuring out your mains, or do you guys feel like you've known for a long time? I know you're not a monolith, so various answers are fine. I've heard from quite a few people that are still figuring it out, but I wonder how many people are like, yeah, I'm confident. I know what I'm doing. The band-aid gun. Hold still. I'm healing you. Think I go and rest her, dude? Love my warrior. Sticking with her. Still figuring it out. So many classes look amazing. Main's always the same. One less thing to figure out. I wanted to do Shadow Priest, but I keep second guessing. Sticking with BM Hunter. 100% Bloodbath tonight. And Holy Priest. Nice. Void Elf Hunter. Mage for DPS. My guild has so many hunters for next X-Pack, so that's the other reason. I mean, I didn't really... I was going to heal anyways. I wasn't really seriously going to switch to Hunter. But if there was any world where I would have, there's, like, a lot of people that are, like, really stoked about it. So, nobody needs me in that mix. Oh, that's right. These things have timed out, so I can put them into my warbank now. Because the refund window is over. Hello, Mr. Sonic Gen. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Deposit warbound items, and then I pull these ones back out. Give it a little organize. Lovely. We've nearly filled up that tab. Is that the thing that's going to make me want to, like... Oh, no, hang on. I can't afford it. Too broke. Oh, man. Although, if I did get 100k, I'd probably just buy another thing. We only have how many more days from that vendor? A few. I won't stop by and check. I gotta go get to the dig site. Although, for what? Do I need to be there for the entire, like, 12 minutes? It's not gonna give... Well, maybe they fixed it, but it wasn't giving me any jobs. Let's go take a look at Mistress Julon. See what's left here. So if you are underneath the pet daycare and you go down, you can get to the Black Market Auction House area where we can see all of the things that can't afford. And over here, there's only 20 days and 23 hours left. She's got a timer on her head for Miss Julon, pardon me, who sells things if you're looking for something expensive. I have 4 items left that I have not purchased. This is an axe, this enormous polearm, Griffin Rider's headgear, and then this helmet. I don't really want any of them, but the fact that after that timer goes down, they will be on the BMOG kind of tempts me. There are also other things in that vendor, and I've already bought the rest of it. So I have the mount, I have the gun, I have the shield, I have the back pieces. There's a few different things on that vendor. I've definitely sunk some serious gold into her. But let's go stop by the dig site, shall we? Checking out the Azerothian Archive daily or world quest as well. Those are basically my best path to getting fragments aside from doing the weekly quest. Because weekly quest wasn't giving me any jobs. I have 5,000 mysterious fragments. Does it tell me how many I need to get the rest of the stuff?
The nestlings and eggs are trapped in our overtaken village.
Sure does. 84,000 more needed. Yikes. Okay. That seems like so many still. I've been working on that for a while. And that is not like the memories grind where sometimes the items just drop for you. Those things are vendor only. Whew. Let's see. Simwheel, thank you for the 2-month resub. Apologies about my pronunciation. What should I be focused on collecting before War Within? The memories? I mean, it's whatever you like. The pre-patch event cosmetics are limited duration. So this mount, 20,000 memories for the mount that is this, or it's a Wind Rider if you're on Horde. There are 3 pets for 10,000 memories each. And then there's transmog. there's lots of transmog that also kind of doubles as Warband until equipped catch-up gear. So any appearances that you like from there, now would be the time to get them. Yeah, the gun was pretty cool. I haven't transmogged it on anybody, but I do at least have it. Okay, so we've made it to the dig site in time. We're going to pick up our weekly quest. It's for, well, oh, it gives you 5k. For some reason I thought it was only 3, but 5's fine. That's good. Man, 80, I still need 80,000. Is that really, I mean, it must be true. It must, yeah, because these things are expensive. I don't have this gun yet either. Or this shovel. Some of these things it's hard to budget 10,000 for. I'm filling out my current priorities. I'm filling out the rest of these, the rest of this particular color of the set. So I'm just kind of going through and buying these things. I'll probably get the vest today because the vest is pretty cute. I have it in a different color because they gave it away for, I think it dropped from the bosses, but let's see. Can you give me a job? I never thought I would miss the jobs. I mean, once upon a time they were kind of annoying. They'd have you running all over the place doing all kinds of things, but now they don't give them to me anymore. Can I buy the cloth radiant memory set? Bought them, can't put them in the bank. You should be totally fine to do that. It maybe if your refund window is still current, like if you just bought it, it's weird about putting them in the bank. I think there is a way you can bypass and confirm that you want to keep them and you want to like give up your right to refund them. But I just like logged off for a couple hours and then I was able to put the stuff in the bank just fine. Wonder if those numbers are so high just as a lazy way to keep collectors engaged for longer. Yeah, well, I mean, I also missed a few weeks of this. You were able to get a lot more fragments back when the event worked correctly, especially if you were willing to come by once an hour and just do it repeatedly. My friends that are better collectors than me, they're done. They've been done with this. I was just doing it the lazy way of doing more or less just once a week. Could be cynical about design. It's definitely a bit of a long slog. There's someone else here with me though. They're also kind of wearing like a bit of a roleplay outfit. Continuing content. Yeah. I don't really mind so much as long as these kinds of things are just for cosmetics. I'm not too fussed about it because if I don't like it, I can just not do it. No one's gonna not invite me to raid night or something because I didn't finish this set. I have to keep in mind that any of my collecting goals, I'm doing that to myself. And I very much sometimes like a good, mindless, unreasonable, inhumane grind. I take a sick, twisted kind of pride from finishing them sometimes. So I'm not really mad if they're in. If I don't want to do them, I just won't. What if the raid night demanded everyone have a big dig mog and you were missing a piece? If I click my heels together 3 times, I would wake up. That would never happen. If you're doing other efficient things, doing these once a week is not bad collecting. Can we quantify what is good or bad collecting? You know? Make an objective international scale. Just seems like a way to bully myself. You have not met your criteria. You are a bad collector. I don't know why that was a robot. As long as we keep coming here, we get to have buckets of fun saying that we're going to go do the big dig with cheese. You cannot enter my raid without a full mythic and Taurus transmog. Coffee good. have 161k of the event currency. Do I just buy gear with it? Yeah. I bought the mount first, pets second, gear third. I started by buying each piece of gear once, so I'd have all the appearances. And now that I've done that, any future currency that I get, and I probably will continue to get some more because there are some drops that I want to have happen. Maybe a little bit more alt leveling. Any surplus currency after that, I'm just going to buy pieces that I know that I need. Like if I have like a ton of mail wares, I'll probably just get extra copies of the mail set. Excited for delves at all? Sure, academically. I don't really get excited for very much in my life. I'm kind of perpetually like content. Vaguely happy. We don't do a lot of ups. We don't do a lot of downs. Good morning. I don't get breakdancing. Good morning. I was having so much fun watching breakdancing, but I cannot for the life of me figure out how it is that they are scoring and ranking. Because sometimes I'll watch a match and I'll be like, this person should have clearly won. And the commentators, who are hilarious, and I don't want to say unqualified because I'm sure they're very qualified, but like they seem a little lost. They will say, this person should have clearly won. And then the other person will sweep them. And they'll be like, well, we're not the judges. We're just here to commentate. And I'm like, if you don't know and I don't know, then what's happening? Why? It is breaking, not break dancing. I see. Thank you for your service. I'm a fan of the Australian woman. She was a hoot. Raygun was an adventure. Yeah, people were saying it's already not going to be in the LA Olympics. I don't know why. I had a lot of fun watching it. I'm planning on watching more of it later. I think it's pretty cool. Watching a bike relay race that lasts for, get this, 200 rounds. That sounds like an experiment to see how long it takes you to turn a human into mush. Just like grind them into ground beef. Watching a bike oh, do not understand the rules at all. Basically a sports fan at this point. As soon as we start yelling at the judges, we've officially graduated. I was so surprised at what an age gap there is in the various breaking competitors. And the commentary sometimes get turned into a bunch of just intergenerational slights. I don't think any of it's coming from the competitors themselves, but you put a 16-year-old on stage with like a 41-year-old and people are gonna make some jokes. Commentator said Olympics need more art like sports breakings for that. I don't think I've heard the term whippersnapper. I might have heard the term pension. I don't 100% remember. Tragic, it's great. Some of the new slang terms like brat being good. I don't know. I think that's very specifically being driven by our Queen Charlie. I'm sure it also had positive connotations in some places before then as well. I do need to keep an eye on the event timer, which is tricky when there is no timer, but usually at about 9 to 11 minutes after the boss will start spawning. I just need to pay enough attention and not miss it, because sometimes I do miss it. Dabble, thank you for the 2-month resub. There's a climbing event. Here's competitor X, oldest in the field, 27. I was like, okay, sure. Yeah. Oh man, the climbing was so fun to watch. I've saved some of it. I still have not yet watched the men's lead climbing section of the combined scores. I watched the bouldering. It was nutty. I also enjoyed Alex Honnold walking on stage to thump the sticky thing, and then just looking like, okay, I did it. Hi. Then just goes to the crowd and watches. Best gig ever. The climbing convinced me that once winter hits, taking up bouldering. Oh man. I think that's a great idea. Any boss? No boss? Good choice, good choice. Be prepared to feel your squeezers. Oh my gosh, some of the climbers, I mean all of the climbers in the Olympics, they got ripped squeezers. I've never in my life seen people hold so securely with like a knuckle. Didn't you permanently injure yourself bouldering? Not a permanent injury, just like it took me like 2 years to shake it off, and I'm fine now. Also, it wasn't the fault of the bouldering, it was my fault because I was new and I wasn't experienced at falling correctly, so I fell bad. That's what happened. You know, the wall didn't hit me. I just I panicked a bit when I was disengaging off the wall, and I landed and folded an ankle. I bet if I had started, also boss is spawning, with a little bit more patience and I wasn't in such a rush, or maybe I'm sure if there's classes that you can take to get started at, they will like drill you on it. I just needed to practice like falling on my butt and like rolling back basically to get used to that motion because yeah, you do not want to be crumpling your feet underneath you. Can confirm. I didn't want to do it, it just kind of happened. Have you ever seen photos of Alex Honnold's hands? It's looty. Yeah. Winter-friendly activity can do in town. I hear that the bouldering gym is a great place to meet other like-minded people as well. Just like good vibes often. I was too shy to take advantage of them the 1 or 2 times or 2 or 3 times that we went. Twice? 3 times? I don't know. Not very many. Seen some videos of Magnus doing climbing. Pretty cool. Never tried it before. Looks nice. The thing that I remember liking about it was that it got my whole body so tired, and it was such a like a good strength workout, but while I was doing it, I didn't notice that I was working at all because I was not thinking about, oh no, my arms hurt. I was thinking, I don't want to fall. Or, you know, like focused on trying to figure out how I'm going to get to the next hold or like whatever. You're thinking, so it takes your brain off of your effort in a way that that I feel like something like a weight training doesn't necessarily do, and it makes it easier to stay engaged and just, it's like fun, you know. It's fun to climb walls. Nothing takes your mind off work like Mortal Terror. Managed to seriously sprain both ankles at once hopping out of bed with sheath wrapped around my ankles. Oh no, mine have never healed properly. That's why I like HIIT, no time to think. I've never actually tried that as an adult. I feel like I would just vomit. I feel like if I tried to do like one of those HIIT classes, or you know, if I like went to CrossFit, I would be vomiting. Like it just would be, it would overload me very quickly. We have yet to throw up in yoga. We've gotten kind of close, but we have not yet thrown up. What are we doing? We are opening up this mug. We don't know why it's bloody. We're not happy about it. We have 10k fragments. Let's go buy ourselves a shirt. Puking just means you're giving full effort. Listen, we spent good dollars on that breakfast. We want to keep it down. We don't got the grocery budget to be eating our meals twice. How sore is Hazel today? Medium. I did manage to drag my butt out of bed, and I did my yoga practice at home. Moose, I did it in the front room this time, and Moose was like involved, so it was kind of hard to do everything, or at least to do it for, I didn't really end up resting properly at the end because he was intent on licking my face and it was really distracting. It was also very cute. He just wanted to cuddle. He was like falling over himself being like, Mom, hugs, and I'm trying to finish. But yeah, it was good. I feel all right. I'm glad that I got up and did it. I didn't want to, which is why I needed to do it. So I bought the vest. We've learned that. That's good. I want to go back, and I still haven't even done, for the dailies quest sake, I still have yet to do Anixia. So I'm going to log back onto Gorlab, and we can go Gorl. Into cycling for a while. Coaches would tell us if we threw up a little, we'd done a good effort. Do they release some inactive names this week? Could be. Expansion launches are usually around the time they do it. Love the new routine, even if my chest muscles are so sore right now. Listen, you're getting after it. You're working hard. Oh yeah, that's right. I was logging off. That's right. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, I wanted to delete this character. I just made her to buy a pet in another realm, and it literally wouldn't let me delete her. I wonder if it's because she was on another realm. There we go. It has to like log over and then back. All right, where is Gorla? There she is. I see what they did with like having characters from different realms be on the same list. I don't know if I needed it. I guess most all my characters live in one realm anyway. If you wanted to level them into alt, now would be the time. So I made sure that we are not in a chromie time. Definitely not in one, because we got into one, then we got out. And I did do the intro, actually, for her, so she can teleport there. The listing kind of overwhelms me. I should have got bread at the store yesterday. I was just like... We had walked there, so we didn't have a ton of bag space, because we'd mainly walked there to do something else, and we also had the dog. So I couldn't shop for very long, and I just went in and I got like an oat milk and a chocolate bar. And I should have picked up bread because I'm still out of bread. You forgot bread? I know. I keep telling myself I'm going to make bread, but I don't even believe it. There's no oomph behind the thought. I think I'm thinking that I had a thought about making bread, and that's about as far as that's gone. It's just, that energy is not here. Hazel okay, concerned. We're almost out of bread, and then we're in trouble. That's when you get in trouble. All right, 14 minutes. We got to get through this, at least one last rotation here. I see more people. That's a good sign. Let's go head to Mosh and see if anyone's fighting him. I've been having fun riding this this Shadowflame Shalewing. These are kind of cool maps that I haven't appreciated enough until now. Ah, yes. I'm just gonna hit it with a... nothing. I don't... Okay, well I didn't get any credit. I'm not convinced that tagging it has always been required, because sometimes I have reached an area, tagged nothing, and just for being in the area I've gotten credit, but maybe for the boss ones you have to tag them. I don't know. I don't know if I have any instant cast tags as a demo lock, so that's why I was trying to just like whack it with my weapon. You don't need to tag? Well then how come I didn't get any credit? Because I was there. Search function doesn't work for realms. Ongoing. Yeah, it doesn't make it very easy to see which realm a particular character is on, does it? I guess it must be listed somewhere. Maybe if you like mouse over them, it's in that information. Should give you credit sometimes, doesn't. Bugged. Memories of King Gordok. In the mountains in Dragonblight specifically. Yeah.
These echoes must be contained.
That's my tyrant. He doesn't get a name? It'd be cool if he had a random name like Death Knights get with their pets sometimes. Got recruit shoulder 6 times and no shield. Oh no. Listen, next time's the charm. It's coming. People go to Quillbore? A bunch of people headed off this way. I wonder if the Spider Eyes is popular. Man, I hope so. What are you most excited for in the War Within? Oh hey, I leveled. I don't even know from what. What am I excited for? New dungeons and raids with my friends. I haven't seen my guildies in a while. I think it'll be fun to kind of like dust myself off and figure out how to play a spec again, and you know, play with some friends. Maybe get into a few pug groups. See if we can dust off the old Mythic Plus machine. Howdy, Hayes. Howdy. Let's see if I can't cultivate a undeserved ego. Are you gonna mess with delves? Oh, sure. we'll have a look. See, I'll have to figure out. Certainly, they'll be involved while I'm leveling. I'll have to figure out what kind of role they're going to play in my endgame life. If it's something that I do on my main, if it's something that I do in alts, if it's something that I end up not really doing, I'll certainly do enough of them to get the cosmetics from them. And some of those might be kind of a project, so we'll see. Our delves gonna be kind of like Torghast. Delves are a little more like scenarios than they are like Torghast. But oh, there we go. Nixia's coming up.
Mother of the black dragon flight. We must take her down.
Delves are infinitely better than Torghast. I am skeptical because I really liked Torghast, and I found Delves to be more boring than Torghast, at least in testing, because I liked the roguelite aspect of Torghast, of like finding the powers and putting together combos and making a build, and Delves didn't really do that. So it's not to say that there's anything wrong with Delves, but I guess I'm just like holding my judgment on the endgame ones until I've actually tried them in real life. I'm worried that they're going to be, well, I'm not worried that they're going to be boring, because if they are boring to me, it's just my opinion. And nothing says I have to do a ton of them, so it's not like it's going to ruin my life or anything. Not so bad. Thank you for the 17-month resub. Love Torg 2. Miss it. Some classes had way more fun in Torghast than others. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Think they've changed them around? Have to see. Or the higher level ones will be engaging. I hope so. I certainly hope so. I like the sound of the shorter content, like something that's more like 15 minutes and not hours. I think that kind of fits our modern gaming and entertainment habits. I did test the dungeons to some extent. I don't know if I saw all of them. I didn't do them enough to really pick favorite bosses. They were good. They were fun. The one that you're flying around, that you're skywriting around on was kind of, I was getting lost. We were wiping a lot. There was a lot of like extra trash that was getting pulled. It was a bit messy, but that's also just testing. Like nobody knows where they're going. It's one of those things like in Nakud Offensive, you could have made a huge mess and gotten very lost and pulled a ton of stuff. But once we kind of got used to how the dungeon worked, nobody was really doing that. Did you see the Blizz social media post clarifying that delves are not dwarf elves? That image was cursed. I did not see that. That is brilliant marketing, though. That's funny. Looking forward to exploring new zones, dungeons, etc. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of glad. I didn't really play much beta. I played some alpha. And I'm glad that I haven't really done too crazy much of it in the last couple of months, because I feel like it's going to make launch feel fresh for when everything's like for real and for keeps for me. I don't feel like I've burned myself out or like spoiled too much. Not that spoilers is really a thing that I worry about, but can I afford to repair my gear now? Yes. I only have 13 gold left, but we did afford a repair. I don't know how many more of these little events we're going to get done before the zone flips over, because certainly Nixia's not going to spawn again, but maybe we could do Mosh. His bike relay race. You not happy?
We overcame this once.
45 minutes in, people crashing left and right. Oh, you don't want that. Oh, wow. That's not good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take another few minutes off from Radiant Echoes to wait for it to flip to the next zone. And in the meantime, I want to take Inksy through either Azerothian Archive World Quest, but I also want to swing her by the Emerald Dream real quick. So we're gonna leave her in Dalaran. Hop onto our gnome. How many memories do we have there? 5,000. This is what my my screen looks like. I've got my priest. I've got a hunter who does not hold her bow correctly. And then I have 2 druids because, well, I have 2 druids. I could swap Barnacles out for a different tank. I could replace him with, you know, Mungo or Anthus or who else scary, but for now he's sitting in the Hazel's tank alt role. Because why not? Yeah. Listen, if there's ever a corner of the internet where people understand having buckets of druids, it would be here. Hello, Hazel and chat. Hoping you're all feeling wonderful today. Because you are. Happy Saturday to you. And Hunter's true. You feeling a little called out there? So I was going to pop by the Emerald Dream. And I also wanted to... Yeah, we'll pop by the Emerald Dream first. It's fine. I have like 9. Let me just count my priests real quick. What's your favorite glad mount? I don't recall what they are. I don't anticipate it being relevant to me. I don't see a world in which I wake up with the amount of life force needed to go practice myself into a gladiator. I just don't see it. But what is your favorite glad mount? Oh, probably the Shadowlands ones. At least we got like a recolor of that model for the Veil Strider achievement after a while. Oh, glad is in happy. It's my favorite happy mount.
The enemy encroaches upon Khonsu's grove. Halt their advance lest they gain another foothold.
Not looking like it's up.
Gather what forces you can find
The tree.
Hawkers.
Hawkers. Oh hey, I planted this days ago, and it's still here. That's good. $18 priests. Not all level 70 yet, though. Leveling Nult in the pre-patch and the XP gains are comical. I thought about using one of my dungeon portals to get back to mainland Dragonflight, but I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do, and then I was like, I'll just take the teleport, the Stormwind Cloak, and then I'll just go back to Veldraken. Too many options, man. Besides, it's kind of a big commitment to use one of your dungeon portals. It's a big cooldown if you're not using dungeons. Because I want to, just before we head back and keep farming echoes, I want to do a couple of Azerothian Archives world quests, just normally. So we've got one up there, one up there. The other one's in the cavern. So we'll head north for now. Promised to Guilty would roll a tune to help level. Oh, nice. That's always fun. I'm going to this one. I refuse to learn enough about the achievements that I'm still missing for Azerothian Archives to figure out how I can cheese them, so I'm just going to keep doing world quests until they happen to me. Something about clues and digging up rocks. I'm only halfway through the rocks one. It's pretty bad. Hunter 70 took like an hour. Oh, nice. What race is your hunter? Do I know? Hunters are always so fun, individual. Oh, hey, there's a rare here. Night Elf. Nice. Someone cheered. I'm glad they know what's going on and that they won, apparently. Oh, the finest form of sports viewing. I'm glad somebody knows what's going on. These are such funny world quests that they make you go in your bags to get these goggles. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be up here. I think I might be supposed to be at the downstairs. That was a good sentence. Good job, Hazel. Well done with the words making. I'm like almost right on top of it. Is it this? Is it this? So here somewhere. No, not that way. This way. Yeah, there we go. This is kind of a fun little minigame. How is Kira, by the way? Kira's good. Here she is. Thank you, cat. Your word's good. OG main from Vanilla. Love hearing the crowd engagement with the Olympics. When I was watching the B-Boys this morning, there was an American on stage, and there was a few people behind him that I don't know if they were Americans or they were just fans or if they were just really excited in general. But every time he would like hit a move, they would just go wild. They would go crazy, hyping him up, and that was so fun. That was so cool to see. I think that's the other reason that the B-Boys and B-Girls have been so fun to watch is because it's like, you know, obviously it's serious and it's tense and there's pressure, but like they're having fun. They're visibly, or at least they're good at looking like they're having fun. A little bit less stressful than some of the other events. ATT show me items I already have. Even though I have sources turned off, can't figure out why. That's annoying. I don't have any ideas. That would drive me nuts. Inside? Yeah, inside. B-Girl final couldn't focus on the moves because one of the front row spectators had a look of utter shock the whole time. They do look like they're having an amazing time. I wish I understood in the slightest how they're scoring them. I have no context. Also, if you've never watched Breaking before, which I had not until like yesterday, and you just start and you listen to them commentate, the things that they're like, I guess the various moves and poses and whatnot have names, which makes sense. And but if they're just out of context, they just sound really funny about being like, "Whoa, that was a crazy air baby." They talk about air babies. They talk about air chairs, and a lot of good air babies happening out here. Judge-based sports are a little tough. The diving, I feel like usually I can kind of like understand how they came to that score, but for the more artistic things like the artistic swimming and then the dancing, it was a bit different. Have you played with profs in the War Within? Not much. I took a brief look at them.
Well done, my friend.
But it also seems quite strategic because from the sounds of it, the judges and the audience don't really want to see the same moves and the same sequences very many times. So if you're going to be facing off against a number of other dancers, you kind of want to know your opponent well enough to figure out what are the least cool moves that I can use to defeat this competitor, so that I can save my really good moves for when I really need them, because people that like, I guess they don't want to see the same thing over and over again like they would in a different sport. Hello. How are you? Oh, I see. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Kind of sounds like Arena. Mm-hmm. What was I watching that was kind of reminding me of it was tennis. For some reason, tennis was kind of reminding me of WoW Arena in how important it is to be able to read what your opponent is doing and kind of like feel through muscle memory where like what's happening so you can be ready for it, and how to kind of tennis is very yeah, like I'd say I could watch it all day, but that's not true. They play for entirely too long. Did we? Oh, it's been. I see. I can do it from the back. Sound effects are my favorite part of tennis. If I ever go watch tennis in person ever in my life, I'm going to have to be very careful to restrain myself And because I don't think anybody would like it. Because when I'm just watching on TV, I can't help myself. I like, they hit the ball and I go pew, bam, wapow. I make comic book sounds. Only when they hit it really hard, but like it's just a weird messed up instinct because I'm upsetting. And if I ever saw a game in person, I would need to not do that because I don't think anybody would be happy about it. Heading out. Have a good one. See you later. We need wind, which means that is a wind totem. We need to click on the wind totem. Make this windier. Watch Taekwondo for the first time today. A silly sport. Oh, I think I missed my window. We're too windy. We need water. Martial art for a decade. Major component. So fascinating. You train to become a Jedi. Oh, hit them to score points, not knock them out. You're not allowed to hit them in the head, but you're allowed to kick them in the head? What? That's news to me. That's crazy. New PC ran into an issue after updates? Oh, that's frustrating. Imagine Snoop's making all kinds of noises watching dressage. I want to get this more in the water. More in the water scheme of things. Maybe more water spouts. Even more water spouts. Too windy. Too windy. Wow, I've never in my life struggled with one of these this much. I have to not look at chat. I was getting distracted at the beginning, but like, normally doing it once was enough. I think maybe it's because I've dropped my totem right on top of a wind spout or a water spout. I think that's part of my problem, is sometimes I'm double activating when I don't mean to be. I just put the totem down in a bad spot. I should be careful of that next time. Because now it's too windy, so we want water, which is up there. There we go. We did it.
The more we dig up, the more we learn how folks lived in the past.
This quest type drives me crazy. They're replacing horse riding from modern pentathlon with basically Ninja Warrior. I did not. For the next Olympics, or is it in this one? Because I remember seeing the icon for the pentathlon and it had horses on it, and I'm like, really? I guess I didn't know anything about it. I've only ever really followed a triathlon before, so I didn't realize that if you keep upping the athlon, you get horses involved. What if your horse has nightmares that night and it doesn't get a very good sleep and the coffee's just not doing it? I mean, I guess that can happen to you too. I wanted to go to the Zerlik Caverns is what I wanted to do. Do they have like a way into the Zerlik Caverns from up here? I don't think they do. I'll log it here for now. Your SOOL. Shouldn't the horse get the medal? Do the horses get medals? If a horse wins in the Olympics, do they also have a medal for the horsey? Because I know the horse doesn't care, but I want them to have one. This is what happens frequently. Oh, gold and silver, bronze, carrots. I don't know a thing about horses, but I just want them to be happy. Part of the reason why they're replacing it. I think horses get ribbons. What do horses want in life? Naps, hugs, to be left alone. Where am I going? Oh yeah, I was gonna rotate onto Gorla for a minute here. Apples. Oats. If I had a friend horse, I would bring my horsey oats. Well, my horse friend oats. And then I would bring myself some oats. And then we would have oats together. Because that's cute. Sometimes I'll sit on the couch and I'll be eating my breakfast, and then Moose sees me eating my breakfast, and then he's like, okay, me too. And then he goes to his bowl and he starts eating. Oh, party? Horse would get mad that you're eating their food? I don't know. Sometimes it's just nice. Also, I'm running the wrong way. Are there other sports that involve animals or just horses? I mean, I suppose if you're surfing, you could get unlucky and get hit by a dolphin. No, I'm thinking through it. I don't think so. Tennessee Walker loves beer and Doritos when he is in a mood. At the surfing, a whale did show up? What kind of a whale? My partner saw whales yesterday when he was fishing, and I am mortally jealous. I really wish I was there. I was streaming, so it was understandable that I was not there. But I was orcas. Yeah. A big one and a little one. Might have been a mom and a calf. He got a little video. Kind of surprising we don't have any dog inclusive sports. I think if you're looking for that, you gotta watch Crufts. that's where it's at. You gotta see the dog dancing and other various dog sports that they exhibit there. I'd love to see them one day. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's not quite as rare as the orcas, but I also love just seeing the local seals come by because they have so much personality. They'll like they're like torpedoes, like zipping under the water, or they'll like stick their head up and like look at you, or sometimes they'll blow out a bunch of water and just there was a bull seal that was angry at my partner once while my partner was fishing, and swam fairly close up to him. I don't know how close, I wasn't there, but like spit at him, which I think is hilarious. I don't like you here. Dangerous? I mean, I wouldn't pick a fight with one. They're unlikely to mug you. Although I was once fishing on the beach and they kept getting like closer and closer, and I'm like, what happened? I mean, they're not very fast out of the water. So if you're not in the water, you're probably not in big trouble. But I'm like, what happens if they do come for us? Like, I don't think they are going to, but like, they look pretty mad. Pentathlon's a weird discipline. Fencing, riding, swimming, fencing again. Laser run. Yeah, I don't get it at all. A swan swam up to me and hissed viciously. Didn't know swans could hiss. I've never seen it myself, but I've heard that swans have a reputation for violence if they feel it is warranted. Told not to take the canoe out if there are seals around. Oh, that does make sense. They could very easily flip a boat, and if you're canoeing in the ocean, you are just in danger in general. But I also will say, I don't know if I've ever been to the beach for any length of time and not seen seals. So if I was waiting to take a boat out for a day there were no seals, I don't know if I would ever go. Like, there's always seals. Video of a lady getting attacked by seals. She was in the water. The seal was there with the baby. This was a mute swan too. That's false advertising. Okay, what are the lasers about? Running and shooting things with a laser pistol. Are you telling me laser tag is in the Olympics? Because that's what I'm getting from this. Kind of. That's... What new superlative did we come up with? Mental. That's mad. They don't shoot each other. Are they shooting targets? Friend was an underwater welder. Seal came up. Boob noses. Champion's call. Bananas. Yeah, pretty much any animal will attack you if it thinks you're going after its babies. The deer in this area have been like really aggressive about it this spring. They will run down dogs. You got to be really careful, especially if your dog is small. But even with Moose, we've had to run a few times because the deer are very, very aggressive. Now I'm wondering how many years it takes before we have Olympic paintball. I actually would 1000% watch Olympic paintball. If they had a way to like commentate it, it would be like, it would be great. Undesirable behavior for semi-urban animals. Yeah, it's, you just got to be careful. There was sometimes there's just areas that you won't walk in that season. It's just when they've just had their fawns. But there were some neighborhood children that were hanging out on a road and warning off people with dogs, being like, I would not walk your dog up the street. People are getting chased. And then you just heed the neighborhood children and you take a different street. Olympic bass fishing. There's Olympic breakdancing now. There is. I was watching some this morning and yesterday. It was very fun. I want to Google this thing about it going away, though.
Are these Azeroth's memories? Or ours?
Also, I haven't seen a single piece of gear, let alone an offhand. It's been kind of a problem.
I wouldn't call this particular echo radiant.
Breaking is not in the lineup of sports for the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028, and leaders of the sport think it is unlikely to make it into the events for Brisbane in 2032. It all comes down to funding. Yeah. They stealth-nerfed the drops. Is getting so many earlier this week. I haven't been doing any of the event on a max level character, but like leveling wise, I have not really been receiving. Just like in the last couple of days. If that was the case, I probably would. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why? Why? For what? Feel bad for Australia. The amount of memes is crazy. I haven't seen any of the online discussion around it, but I remember watching the matchups that I feel like they're probably talking about and going, "Oh man, oh no, this is a bit hard to watch." Wonky RNG, I think. Yeah, maybe. They've been making a ton of changes though, and also sometimes things just break, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was something going on. You got to admit that it's weird that in like 2 days we've had almost nothing, and before that, in a given day, we would get like 15 things. People who watch the Olympics, people who watch the memes about the Olympics, not super much overlap. Yeah.
We overcame this once, and we will once more.
I mean, we are leveling. We're level 34. That's something. I am getting a little teeny tiny little bit bored with the pre-patch event. Maybe because I've like almost done everything. And because I don't feel like I'm making very much progress on doing the rest of it, I guess. Because the only things that I still need are the 3 cloaks, which are nowhere in sight. Oh no, Vinny. And then this offhand. I have all of the vendor transmog as well as the pets in the mount. So you could make an argument that I'm good. Oh no, not a tyrant. What am I looking for? I was looking for fell domination. That's right. So then it becomes like, do I want to keep grinding this event for a chance at an offhand? Like, wouldn't I be better off going back into Remix to try to get those things? Or if I wanted to just give up on FOMO items altogether, there's probably raids I could be running for transmog, you know? Like, I guess it just depends on if I'm having fun or not. Unless it's like Turkish Gun Dead, everyone saw that. I actually have only heard of it through chat, but enough of you guys were talking about it that it definitely hit the radar. Or do you want to play Subnautica? Who's to say? You got a lot of levels left. Yeah, but if I don't finish leveling Gorla, that's fine. I don't need to. The main reason I made her was just to make an Eridar Warlock. I am not very invested. Raids might be nice, you know. I guess I'm just frustrated that nothing's dropping for me. We'll give it a little longer. Although, if I keep logging off to do other things, then of course nothing's going to drop for me because I'm not here. I can't complain that I don't get lucky when I'm not rolling the dice. Enjoying the mindless grind for now. Yeah. I think it's just because we're like almost done. And I really don't think we're getting all 3 of the cloaks. I'd be surprised if I got any of the cloaks. I've kind of written those off.
Thank you, High
Thank you, High Lord. I really think I could... I know we're working on this one, but like, I'd be better off just going to Jiraxis. Elbow's optional. Thank you for the 40-month reset. Appreciate it. Doing the dailies to pace myself, even if the event ends. Oh, speaking of the dailies. I don't even think I have it on. Don't get the cloaks, at least I get enough currency to gear multiple alts. Yeah. Jiraxis? Jiraxis.
Remember this one.
Float here now. Hello! Welcome. Happy Saturday. I hope your weekend's going well. Yeah, no, just 225 memories. I gotta check and make sure I have the daily. I don't remember if I picked it up for this then. I might not have done. New Blood Elf Paladin just completely skipped level 69 doing Legion Dungeons. 68 straight to 70. Nice. There are Eridar now? Yeah, there's a... You can unlock a red skin tone for Draenei. Also, I have some talent points to spend, don't I? Like I still have like and I have full heirlooms and everything else. We've got gloves at least. Recruits' gloves have dropped. We are wearing nothing in the other 3 slots. Love it. Jiraxis still attacks.
Azeroth is trying to tell us with these echoes.
Alright, Lich King time. I like Second Wind. It saves me a lot. It comes in very handy when I've overspent my stuff. Gathering the leveling gear from these? Yeah, and I'm having a bit of a tough time of it. It hasn't really been dropping much for me in the last 2 days. So the other things I was thinking of doing, there was one more Archives World quest I wanted to do. There was... I mean, I could look back into Remix. I don't know. Remix is like a closed chapter in my brain. I could log on and see what other things I'm missing from it, I suppose. What's my overall all the things looking like? Because Remix isn't over. It's got 9 more days. There's time. It says I'm at 63.37% for account mode. You know, give or take a little. Could do some transmog runs, that's true.
Stay your arms. I yield.
Can't wait until my pally's freed from Remix. I want to give her gear. Still missing 2 pieces of the cloth gear. Those appearances should be obtainable as well from Exile's Reach. It's the cloaks and the offhands, the shields and stuff. I don't think he's spawning. I wonder if I phased actually. I swear he was coming up. Or maybe I'm just really lost. I might have phased, I don't know. But yeah, Arthas was not up. Yeah, it says 33 now. I thought that it was up though before. I thought that I finished Champions and that Lich King was coming up. Made a Worgen Warrior for this specifically to get the T-Mog. Very low drop rates. Yeah. Man, I wonder how I did that then.
I wouldn't call this particular echo radiant.
Whose hands do you think these are? Do you think they get cold? What does the rest of the shirt look like? Is it one person with 4 hands? 4 people with 1 hand?
Will be lord of the Burning Legion.
Thing and his friends. Add-on that will tell me what pieces I'm missing from each ensemble set and remix. I used a combination of Can I Mog It and All the Things to check on that kind of thing, but at the end of the day, what I ended up doing was just buying every single set and clicking on it to try to learn it. And if it had anything to teach me, it would, and if it had nothing to teach me, then it would refund. Or like I would be able to refund it. That was what I ended up doing at the end of the day. It was literally just buying all of them to clear out the vendors. Good day, Hazel. May your mount collection be bountiful, pets cheerful, and one day you return to dominate the arena once more. Thanks, Sid. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Is there a way to transfer currency to a character that doesn't currently have any of that currency? That's a good question. That is an excellent question. I do not know, because you would be kind of lost to try to find it in this menu. Oh, that's cool. There's a transfer log. I can keep track of every time I've thieved from myself. Did the same thing. My brain couldn't handle tracking it all. Definitely not Lich King time just yet. Should we smooch some frogs? Always be a little bitter towards remix due to no arsenals. Yeah. At least I got some stuff. I got some stabs and stuff. We had a lot of successes when we were grinding it. Oh, we got there just in time. I didn't even have to smooch any frogs. Not the frog safety team. Someone get frog resources on the set. I need some frog health and safety advocates. Oh, smooch heard smooch. I mean, you know, you should always smooch safely. And with consent. We need our frog smooching coordinator. Please smooch responsibly. You have to, when you want to give Moosey kisses, you have to do it responsibly, because I like giving him smooches on the top of his head. And I think he likes it too, but if he's too excited, he's like throwing his head around, and he can very easily chuck it up in the air and crush it into your face if you're going in for a smooch. You gotta watch your nose. Unsafe smooching without lip balm, the moose headbutt. Oh dear. Yeah. I am making arrangements for someone else to watch him and walk him for a night at some undisclosed point in the medium future. And man, it's hard to even think about going away even for just one night. My boy. My baby boy. I don't know if I'm more worried about missing him or about him being an enormous pain to the pet sitter because he's not going to want to do anything. Well, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to be like if I'm not there. Maybe he's only that stubborn for me. Think it'll be good though. Yeah, maybe. I hope so. Cats have a 3-page instruction doc. I was writing down like a whole page of Moosey tips and cheat codes of like, these are all the things that I do to help manage this behavior. If he starts doing this, you can take these steps. There's like a flow chart. We can really write the Moose book. I'm sure it'll be fine. But man, it's scary. Spooky. Will my new pup have the same fears? I just need to be one of those people that doesn't worry. You know, just trust it's gonna be fine. In the mountains. Yeah, still no gear pieces, like, today. At all. Yeah, she didn't, I explained everything to her, and she didn't seem too worried about any of it, so I am optimistic, hope for the best, do the thing that'll help. Yeah. Had to leave my pooch with my besties. Wrote a 6-page manual for them. I swear they nerfed drops, didn't get any today. I feel like there's something funky going on with it too, which makes me want to not try to grind out a specific item, because if it is true, then this is just not at a Hazel approved level of reasonableness anymore. So social, sure, he'll be jazzed to interact with new friends. Moose is a weird mix with new people of being really excited to meet them and sniff them, but you can't pet me yet. I see you, you don't touch me yet. And he's like this strange mix of like really excited but also kind of shy and reticent. He likes her, but he's definitely, it's not like a golden where you're gonna get a big hug the first time. Yeah, I think I'm taking a break from this because nothing's dropping. Last 2 days seemed like it. Got the offhand shield, it's good at least. Nice. I don't think I'm gonna do any more remix farming, but I want to log into it just to like have a little look at it. Squidgy. Oh no, not Squidgy. Squidgy's done. It was Shellfish. Where's Shellfish? There he is. Trove tally? Alright, so this was the list of weapons that Shellfish... Oh no, hang on, that's everything. that scared me. I'm like, that's a huge list. Priest. There we go. Trove tally's had some updates. We were 84 of 119 for Priest. That's right. Those things were mythic. There was a blue Megara's Fang from Normal Throne. I wanted that pink and coral one from LFR, but... And then there were 2 things from... Oh yeah, I did still have some stuff going on, didn't I? I just got distracted by pre-patch. I could maybe farm some of this. So you'll have a little bit of a last hurrah for remix. Because the other thing I would do would just be farming Mog on retail, but that stuff's not going anywhere. Some achievements that are a joke in remix, tricky and normal. Good luck in farming. What's up, chat? Hope you all have a great day. What should we try for here? What should we look for? What seems good? Betcha if we did a normal throne, we could maybe get this dagger to drop. I wonder what it's like getting into raids now, actually, because also, was I farming something in Dread Wastes? Oh yeah, that's right. There's three items in Dread Waste, so that must have been why I was questing there. LFR groups are still going strong, especially if you queue as a healer. Yeah, LFR Mog just seems so much harder to get than normal Mog for some reason, even though I only need 1 piece from normal. It's a dagger, which makes it pretty eminently tradable. Anyone doing a normal throne? Quick run, keep up! Ideally a fresh one. Yeah, you can't trade an LFR, that is true. That's where a bunch of my quests are. Do I need stuff from Toonlong Steps? Whoa! I forgot that you one-shot stuff in Remix! Yeah, there's a few items that I could have gotten from that. We put 1 dot on it and it fell over. I forgot this was fun. That kind of scared me. Whoa! Calm down there. Oh man, this is before pre-patch. He was riding on the... He was riding this because he had to. He could ride any mount he wants now. What about, let's get a remix mount out, yeah? Let's get out like a Pterodax or a... Even the Phoenix, maybe.
Oh, hi.
Love your Twitch name. Oh, thank you. Hazel, why does Hogger take 3 times longer to kill than Ragnaros? Hogger has a shielding mechanic that if people are just pummeling into it, it'll take ages to kill him because he's got a 50% damage reduction. If you do ads in like the quests in the area, that can take the shield off, but they're not very intuitive. Even when I've known about that, I've still kind of struggled with it sometimes, so. Not getting anything from the objectives. I think something happened with the loot drop rates. There's several people have been reporting that, and I had been doing 2 days worth of it, and I was getting basically nothing. So that's what those quest things are near Hogger. Telling me they wanted us to do something? Sometimes it takes forever, sometimes he just falls over. The love letter quest is the worst. People were telling me that you can get on your dragon riding mount and fly through the letters that way, and it's good. But the trouble is that you're in combat if you've been like wailing on Hogger, so getting out of combat so you could mount up and go do it that way was just a bit unintuitive. I don't even remember what kind of item level. I mean, I'm 476, so I think in a 10 normal I can take basically 9 other people and it's fine. I could probably solo it. I ain't doing mechanics in pre-patch. I can respect that thoroughly. 1. I wonder why it's delisting. I've converted it to raid. It's on normal, 10. Yeah, that should be fine. Maybe it's just having a little bit of a difficulty with the conversion. 6 people. Didn't get in on the pet picture posting. Wise old Finley's up on the pet pictures Discord section. Can I join at level 50? I think so. I think there's some people that are sub 60 or 70 in here. I don't know what the requirement is, to be honest with you. Love seeing everyone's furry friends. It's the purest use of Discord I can think of. Here you are. That puts us at 8. Might want a tank. Or at least some more. Yeah, it's worth a try. Maybe I can tank. Can't get in, we'll continue questing. Oh man, there's a 476 tank, but we're too full for 2 people. I have to take the priest and hope for the best. Oh, someone left. Still can't do it. I hope this goes well. Alright, we're at 9. There's a tank. So if they come, we're full. I am inside, and I can drop a portal of summoning once somebody gets here. Throwing normal is my least collect. Great. No, it's 10 men only. The only raid that's bigger than 10 men in Remix is Siege. 10 person. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's alright. I hope this goes well. I hope I think it should be fine. I just haven't remixed in a while. And, yeah. Do big damage. What about Throne TOT? I think that's where I am. I think that's what we're about to do. Get everybody here? We're working on it. Prep for this castle run. Nice. There we go. There's a summon pending there. Getting the priest in here? Just about ready to go. Hello! Hi, Scarlet. Good afternoon or evening. War Within early access starts on August the 22nd, and the official release will be on the 26th. I wonder why we can't... Why that summon's not working. There they are. Perfect. Alright. How are you, Hazel? I'm doing alright. Thanks for asking. How are you? I'm Arcari, so I gotta make sure I'm pulling my weight in here. I don't know if I'm spec'd into... Oh yeah, we've got Divine Star here. That'll be helpful. Holy Nova maybe a little bit. Just make sure we are getting going. Just press Holy Nova, yeah. Fun fact. It's too much to do right now. No time to do old raids. You know, priorities are tough. I didn't think I was going to end up back on Remix, but... Yeah, I think this will be just fine. We're not too worried. So what I'm really hoping for is the dagger. There's a Megara's Fang in a specific color that I'm after. My Trove Tally will tell me if it drops for somebody. And also it could drop for me. The rest of the weapons I already have, so if anybody is in this group and they want them. Absolutely. What is it? It is the Venom Lord's Skull Wand that this priest wants. Perfect. That's what we want to do. I want to type back to them, but I don't want to, like, fly off the edge here. Don't have the dagger, but I'd trade it anyways, because that's the kind of guy I am. Whoa. I'm not in here as a healer, so I don't have to feel too bad if we're all dying, but I'm trying to, like, Holy Nova so I can, like, cough healing on other people. I like how there's Wowhead recommendations per class as far as the headpiece meta gem, but Lifestorm is so good everyone uses it. Yeah, plus it's a nice, simple, straightforward, easy meta. No, nothing to really worry about. Have some good weapon luck. Listen, I'm excited. I'm pretty ready
tribes have assembled. Ye pace not one force,
Oh, we're in
but
combat. I was gonna try and summon someone. Can I make a new Elton remix? I feel like RNG Blast when Livestorm comes early.
all the continents of Azeroth once again, and ye lesser races will know pain. Now witness the true might of the
Oh,
beast.
no, they're here. They're here.
The color the true
Although there are a few people still.
Columaste.
No, we're going. Okay.
Rocky tribe, flay their flesh with the fury of the sun. Now
Traded a ton of weapons over the last few days. Yeah, I bet you a lot of the people that are still here are here for weapon farming. Not everybody. People are still leveling and gearing up and getting the bronze to get the things they want from the vendors, but... And it's not too late to do that. There is still time to get some good collecting done in Remix, even if you haven't started yet. I have a goal to not unsub during War Within. Oh.
these fools thought they beat me once before. They only make
I feel like those troll people.
Now we show them the true power of the Thunderlord.
I should figure out my War Within goals. I think it'll be more satisfying if I have, like, some clear objectives. Who would you say is going to have a better leveling experience? The early releasers or the peasants? I think it's going to be more exciting on early release, but I think it's going to function a little better on actual release. I think that there are going to be some pretty big bugs and broken things and bottlenecks or like quests not working, or there's going to be some stuff that's just straight busted that's on early access. It's going to be fixed by the time that they get to proper release. You can spam LFR wings for transmog. You can do the same wing over and over and over again within the same day and continue to get transmog chances.
They stand. We will never fail you.
Early releasers will get all the bugs. WoW goals are hard for me to think of. Tend to go overboard, make a goal that's unlikely. Yeah. I have a hard time with spreading myself too thin. I want to do too many different things. And it works for me because throughout the year I can switch between a bunch of different objectives, so I don't really get bored or burn out in WoW, but it does make it hard at the beginning of an expansion where I want to do everything, and I'm like, okay, I want to do professions, and I want to gear up for raid, and I want to do dungeons, and I want to try delves, and I want to get this pet, and I need to get some transmog, and I want to PvP, and I want to level and all, and I like can't. And also I have like an hour a day to play because usually expansion launches are kind of busy. Who do we want to be on first? This guy maybe? I just want to kill him one at a time so we don't break it. Yeah, it's me. 2,000 unique pets seems like a goal. I think I want to pick like certain things like... Oh, hang on. Somebody got the weapon I wanted. I'll ask if they need it. Wait, I need to find the... I pressed enter too early. Failing that, somebody else also got it as well. Oh, oops. Cutscene. My bad. Point to doing all 3 Awakened raids this time. There is a mount attached in Shadowlands. Yes, there is a mount attached as well this time. It is the Awakened Wilderling. It's like a wolf noodle flying mount thing. This is my bad. I walked into the thing. Oopsies. I need the cutscene to end so I can continue begging. There's somebody else that got the dagger that I need to ask. That was me. Should have realized. Oh no, you're totally fine. I just I misunderstood. Oh no, they're 68 too. Actually, never mind. I should have thought of that. Oh well. Never knew you could just jump down. Yeah, it's been a thing. Alright, well hopefully... Maybe it'll drop for me. I'm surprised that it even dropped for a Death Knight. It's a dagger. It's a bit strange. Come on! Fang. No. Oh well. Happened to me a few times yesterday. Yeah, I should make sure I'm only whispering level 70s for their stuff. It would be nice if Trove Tally would recognize that. I bet that's something that it probably could check for. Just to a little objective to be like, oh hey, they can't give it to you. It is a mean rule. So there's one. And there's another one that's like over in the left. I'm just gonna dot things and spam Holy Nova. Oh, I forgot to ring the... I'll ring this... Well, no, somebody else is up there. They'll get it. Good. And there's one more that's like this way, I think. Can I ask all y'all for fashion opinions? Absolutely. Pre-patch being a good way to level. Well, it's officially ready for War Within. 60 level 70s. 60! 60 level 70s. You're a monster. Somebody get it already? They got it already. Leaving in an hour for a wedding, small and intimate, held in their home. Dress code is anything goes, whatever you feel comfortable in. I'm gonna do business casual. To that end. Jeans versus slacks. Oh man. I hate it when people are really vague about the dress code like this because I know they mean it. I know they mean it and they're not trying to like trick anybody, but I just want people to be specific so I can not worry about whether or not I nailed the window, you know. Jeans feel too casual. Yeah. Yeah, I think you could wear them, but if you feel like I usually trust my instincts on that kind of thing, so I don't feel, you know, I don't think you'll be overdressed in slacks. Yeah, better to be overdressed than under. This is why I still own my toga from college. I went to a wedding event once. It was a pre-wedding event. It wasn't the wedding. And I was promised that it was very casual and there was no reason to dress up or bring anything nice to wear. So I went in normal clothes and everybody else was wearing like... not ball gowns, but like they would have fit in at prom. And I was mortified and fairly upset at the instruction that I had gotten that told me that I would be fine in a nice skirt and a top. Not fun. Yeah. No one minded, but I was feeling a little a little lost. Sounds like everyone else went too hard. I think that there was a fancier dress thing that was not conveyed to me. I think that there was a vibe that didn't quite make it to my inbox. Keep the ball gown in the car just in case. Yeah, no one minded. It was fine. It was all right. Am I able to res anybody? Oh no, we're mid Megara, that's why. That sounds like a really nice wedding though. Small and intimate's always really nice. Comfier, you know. Gonna be lovely. Tickled pink to have been invited. I don't know if I would ever get married again, but if I did, I feel like I would want the wedding to be weird. Like, not...
Beware.
I want it to be weird. I would want it to be, like, very, very unique and specific to myself and whom I'm marrying. I would want it to be, like, memorable without being, like, real uncomfortable or just, like, upsetting, you know? Went to one 3 years ago. Other friends did the same. 22 in total. Want all my friends to be well taken care of, have fun, great food, fun things to do. But yeah. I had a off thought about if I would ever, like, wear a wedding dress again, and I couldn't see it. I can't imagine me in a wedding dress now. Jail dress works on any occasion. Man, if I ever wear that dress again, depending on whether or not I've changed since the last time I'd put it on, I might need to get it tailored. It did not fit me correctly last time. It might fit me better now. Ceremony means less to me, more of a formality. Wedding dresses don't seem fun. I mean, it could be anything that you want it to be. Nothing says you have to go to, like, David's Bridal and wear a confection. You know, you can really do anything. I don't know. Not something I'm particularly concerned about at this moment in my life. I think a lot of cultural social expectations people get drug into, though. Yeah. Not to be cynical, but that is one thing about a second marriage. So, you know, you do it properly the first time, or, well, you do it the first time, and then the second time you're like, listen, I'm older now. I'm doing whatever I want. Wedding to attend later today. One of my acquaintances converted her wedding dress into a cosplay after the wedding. Ho ho ho, that's smart. You get to wear it again. My wedding dress sat in my closet for like years and years, and then eventually I Goodwilled it. Older individual, second marriage for both. The only reason I know the White Wedding song is because it was on either Guitar Hero or Rock Band that I had, or that I played a lot with my friends when I was a kid. Should I do a summon scroll? Anyone need it? No. Birdie birdie. Ooh, it's a birdie birdie. Man, we're not getting hyper lucky here. Need to bring summoning scrolls into retail. We have them. They're called warlocks. This is your opportunity to befriend a local warlock. You know, set yourself up with some goth memes and get to befriending. These cool birds had wanted to live, they shouldn't have cool stuff. We get the locks, but then they play another class and switch. This is when you need to employ the time-honored technique of bullying. Kidding. Mostly. Yeah, no, we have the endless lock turnover too. I don't think we've ever had somebody raid as a warlock in our guild for longer than one expansion. They always either wash out or they switch. It's like a curse. Wonder why. I don't know. Played Warlock for the last 12 years though. A couple that love him. You'd think that I would love Warlock. Once in a while I'm like, why am I not a Warlock? They're a dot class, they're a pet class, they're a caster. You know, they wear cloth. What's not to love? Nothing. And then I go, why am I not a Warlock? And then I try and be a Warlock, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, did I get it? Is that the one? Yes, that was the one I needed from here. Alright, peace nerds. Starts her thing. Nice. It's the fell magic taking its toll. How is Elemental Shaman? They seem like good people. Warlock is lots of fun. I'm a priest. I always felt a bit... Priest has always been like the class that I go back to and the class that I connect with the most and that I consider my main. But I've often felt whenever I've been maining priest, which I've done for expansions and expansions and expansions, that it was a little like I'd picked a boring class to main. Like I'd picked something that was like a little not exciting, I guess, or not like it didn't feel like the things that they had access to were that exciting or fun or crazy compared to, you know, having mage portals or hunter pets or like, I don't know. But I've never been able to stick with a main that wasn't priest. I'm gonna main priest. Seeing a lot more Frost DK than we have before. Thank you for helping me inspire me to finish my mop remix tune. Seeing others have fun helps me find it fun as well. Depends on what makes something feel exciting. Yeah, I don't know. They just... I don't know if they have, like, the glamour. They have some glamour. They are sparkly. I don't know what it is that I'm looking for. Sparkle motion. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Man, I'm getting all kinds of trope tally notes about transmogs that I'm not going to ask for because I think that they're just like regular raid transmogs. Like you could get those weapons anyways. Get you indecisive on a main too. Almost tempted to switch to Ellie Shaman. Want a classic and tank. Yeah. Why is Magni mad at Azeroth now? I think she was ghosting him and it hurt his feelings. I skimmed the pre-patch quest text and dialogue, and that's kind of where I ended up. I've gone too far. Hope Magni stays in a coma. You don't like being champion. The woods. I hope we get new like kind of viral runaway favorite characters, even if they're just like world quest givers and stuff. I know there are some really interesting new characters with great voice acting in The War Within. And then of course everybody's in love with Xalatath. Happy to see Moira back. I do have the Blazing Drake from the Dragon Soul raid. Yeah, it's funny. I feel like Blizzard keeps coming out with stuff about Xalatath being like, she is evil. And everybody's like, yeah, but... would. Like, and then they're like, no, you guys are missing the point. And everybody's like, yeah, but... She free Friday. I can fix her. can fix her. Oh dear.
More kindling for the flame. Come, Lulin, let us burn them to ash.
Happy I have buddies in the gutter with me. She can fix me. Yeah, I don't think I can fix anyone. I can barely fix myself. Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
The light.
I think she's got a lot more buzz and she's more interesting than... I don't know if I mean, I guess I'm not that online anymore, so I don't know. Maybe people were like really into it, but I couldn't tell you much about like Sarkareth or Farak or even Razgeth other than angry. So I'm into it. Hit 70, got an item to drop at the same time. So the item was 450. Oh. People wish Raz stayed around longer. She was still good. Farak could be a mustache twirler if he had a mustache. I want to like Farak. I missed Anathrius. He had flair and style. I feel like villains threatening to crush us like insects is fine, but we've kind of heard it before. Anathrius had presence, yeah. I think there's also a link between people's favorite or most interesting villains being the ones that are just outwardly hot, right? Like, I'm noticing a common thread between the villains that we are picking out as our favorite ones is all of them are the ones that are like real out there. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just noticing. Problem? People liked Zelteth when she was a knife. She sounded hot. She like her. I played a Shadow Priest in Legion. She was whispering me that whole expansion. She has a serious case of sultry bedroom voice. Or thirsty. Wished I played Espri's closer then. Wasn't she abusive, insulting? Yeah, that is what it, that is what the people want. I'm not saying it's healthy romance, but if you had a look at what the what the young people are getting real excited about in literature and otherwise, it might shock you a little bit. This raid looks cool. I agree, she brainwashed me in Legion. We used to call her Knife Wife or Knifeu.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I'm glad I got the knife that I was looking for in here. Speaking of knives, I'm glad I got Bagheera's Fang. I'll have to look at the list and see if there's anything else I want to grind, or if I'd rather get back into retail. I'll have to do Met Runs, hoping for some Hazel stream real luck. Good luck! I believe in you. This is the one. You hear something about a wedding? We were just casually talking about things to wear to weddings. I'm not going to or planning anything. A couple of you guys were going to weddings. And because this was on normal, that is it. Thank you, everybody. couple of us having a go today. Super excited for the Heronir. I need them. I need them now. No rod and bullying today. Getting bronze in this character feels like an absolute waste. It's for nothing. I wanted to vendor things out of my bags, and I'm like, that's not how this works. You scrap them out of your bags. That's what we did in Remix. We ever take a break? I don't think we did. It's like 10 after 11. 11 after 11. Get up and stretch the legs a little bit and then figure out what we're going to do for the rest of this stream. Be right back. I am back. Hello. Hannah Harmco, thank you very much for the 29-month resub. And Fat Taffy with a 3-month resub. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for being here. Oh, an anonymous gift sub, too. Looks like Remix. Yeah, I got a weapon. I gave up on farming Recruit Mog from pre-patch event because it was not dropping, and I've decided that it's broken. So I'm not doing it until either something changes or, you know, the expansion comes out and we all move on with our lives. But I did get the last thing I needed from Throne of Thunder normal. So I was considering maybe poking around at for some more of these remix weapons, just because they're like only available for another 9 days. That's kind of the thing. Like, I would rather be farming raids in retail, but remix. So I think what I'm going to do is I need 2 things from heroic scenarios. I need 3 things from normal scenarios. But heroic scenarios have like more chances in them. I think what I want to do is I want to queue up specifically heroic crypt and see if we can't get one or both of these things. Kateria, thank you very much for the 51-month resub. Hey Hazel, just wanted to say keep up the good work. Love your streams and your vibe. Thank you very much. And Irchi with a 30-month resub. Need Moose on stream now. Show dog. Doggy was sleepy. I went out there and he was on his bed and he went, oh. And then next scritches. Not even bothering with the remix weapon grind. Show dog. I mean, I don't know where the cat went, but was he sleepy? He's sleepy. Quite literally no one else out here doing the pre-patch event. I wonder if that's the other reason why the activity dropped off on it, is if people are kind of feeling like it's nothing's really dropping from it anymore. I don't know because I haven't run it on a max level character. I don't know if that same gear drop issue is present for Dalaran Defender's gear at max level, but at least the recruit stuff was not happening. And that's frustrating, so we're just not going to try anymore for a while. You know? That's okay. I'm not committed to the idea of getting that offhand. I got the shield at least, that's nice. Those shields were kind of the more exciting visual thing. Missing all 3 recruit cloaks. Yeah, same. I think I'm giving up. I don't think I'm even going to try. I'm just going to let the sweet wash of time wipe them from my squishy gray matter. Going for the shield at the moment, no luck. Oh. So while I'm in queue for Crypt of the Forgotten Kings, 3 things from Dread Wastes. Oh, here's my queue pop. 3 things from Town Long. Happy Catterday. Delightful as always. Happy Catterday, Whipweb. Why must they do this? Yeah, I don't know what happened. Alright. The good news is that this should be fairly fast. This is a nice quick scenario. We should be able to grind it basically until instance lockout. And we should get 2, if not 3 chances per run to get the weapons that we're looking for. There are 2 weapons that I am missing from heroic scenarios. There's the Light Drinker Dagger and the Amber Blade. I think they're both kind of cool looking, so hoping for 2 things. They stop adding unannounced exclusive items. I would love to know if it was on like a whiteboard somewhere, like it was planned, or it was just kind of like it snuck in and no one was really like committed to it. Because it's not like between the recruit stuff in pre-patch and the weapons in remix, it's like if they don't mean to be doing it, it's weird that it's happened twice. So maybe this is just part of the strategy. Maybe they mean to have weird niche exclusive like recolor or like otherwise returning stuff that is just like odd to farm and not obvious to the casual player of the event. It's just strange. Did you watch the Canadian women's beach volleyball, and is that uniform what you typically see at a Canadian beach? Depends on the season and the weather, but yeah, people wear swimsuits at beaches. I watched a little bit of the beach volleyball. I thought the Sun Pearl set might have been on the vendor. Some of his stuff that didn't even make it back in the day, yeah. I'm trying to take the mindset of I'm just happy to have gotten any of it, and I'm trying to not need all of it. Because I'm never going to get all of it. But we can always try and get a little bit more of it, at least until the event ends. Okay, so we'll have 2 boxes to open. Watched a bit of the final yesterday against Brazil. Volleyball's pretty fun to watch. It's easy to follow, I found. Oh, yes! That was one of the daggers I needed. Ha ha ha! Or that was, yeah, so that's the dagger done. Cool little dagger, a little bit of a Shaw situation. So I still need that amber one. So we go back, we queue up again. Now that I just need one thing left. Although that was kind of crazy lucky to get the first one that fast. I remember when I was farming like my last couple weapons on Priest in heroic scenarios, and I ran it like, or on, not on Priest, on Hunter, I don't know, 15 times? More than one instance lock. Do I need to take boxes inside and open them? The box has to come from the scenario. It doesn't matter where you open it. The loot's generated from what it comes from. So the box that you get for queuing it will have a chance to give you this stuff. Any loot you get from killing the stuff inside, like the boss inside. And then the heroic scenario may have mini bosses that give you an extra cache. So doing Crypt of the Forgotten Kings gives you, on heroic at least, gives you 1 extra cache from killing the door guardian when you're heading towards the end area. And then I think the last boss can give you stuff, and then the Q bonus can give you stuff. Quest ones would be similar. Yeah, exactly. But any way to get better at Mythic Plus routes? Giant map and Nakuds makes making the route I memorize useless. My first Mythic Plus in Dragonflight. Nakud Offensive is a really rough one to try to test your route learning on because it's so huge and like you ride around it and stuff. And also, I think right now it's broken and you can't even dragon ride in there. So I would not write yourself off. I think you're doing the right things. I think a lot of it just comes from experience, comes from doing your best and running, and then doing it a little better each time you go in there. You're not going to do it perfectly on your first time or your 5th time or your 10th time. But the more you do it, the more experience you get and the more comfy you're going to get with the route. You've got the right resources. The MDT route's a great start. You can also try it if you want, and this will be more relevant in the War Within when we're going to new dungeons. You can try doing follower dungeons, so it's you and a bunch of NPCs that will wait for you, and that way you can not be in a hurry or not have anybody being impatient, and you can take time to kind of like practice your pulls and whatnot. Yeah, this is Remix. I'm hoping for some Remix weapon appearances. I farmed basically everything I think I'm gonna get from the pre-patch event. So I've hopped back onto Remix for a little bit, for as long as it feels fun, to try for a few more weapon appearances. I'm looking for the Amber Blade right now. It's the last thing I need from heroic scenarios. This High Mountain Tauren monk is called Drunk Moose. Dungeons with NPC? Nope, that's exactly what it is. They're called follower dungeons. You should be able to see them if you go into your dungeon finder. There should be a drop down at the top, and follower dungeons should be an option there. It's just for the Dragonflight dungeons right now. and it will put you into the dungeon with a team of NPCs. You can choose to have them follow, or you can choose to lead it yourself, which is what I would do. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people really like it for kind of getting a feel for the dungeon and having a look around it without, you know, without other people pressuring you or anything like that. Yeah, you can do follower dungeons now. You can do Dragonflight follower dungeons. If you wait, the followers would drop group like they rage quit. I believe there are follower dungeons, and I think it's the same NPCs, but I don't know 100%. Did you know Diablo 4 has a free trial until the 12th? I figured there was something going on in Diablo 4 because I logged on this morning and I saw 4 of my friends on my friends list were playing it. And I only have like 20 friends on my friends list, so it's a pretty big percentage. I figured there was like a season launch or something going on. Yeah, Diablo 4 of my friends, exactly. So while we're in these scenario queues trying to get that last dagger from Heroic Scenarios, I figure I can do quests and dailies and rares and stuff here in the Dread Wastes to try to get maybe one of these 3 things.
Speak. Their death will be swift. I am called to serve. Leave me now.
There is also a season going on. Might even be season 4. I'm going into an echo. Killing 1 mom to get 1 memory and leaving. Oh, so that you can pull the currency to that character. Why do you need the currency on that character? I guess is my question. I'm trying to think of why you would need to have residuals memory currency on just like on any one character in particular. If they didn't have any anyway. I might be missing something. This is kind of fun. I'm glad I hopped onto Remix. Ow. For I got an achievement. I got the It's a Trap achievement for standing on the fire trap. My goodness. They want you to let you trade. But why would you need to trade it? Like, why couldn't you just spend it on whatever character has it in the first place? Catalyze the vendor set mog. But you could buy that mog on the character that has the currency and just warbank it. I guess it's just a couple different ways to skin a banana. Yeah, the refund duration is definitely wonky. You finished buying everything you can with bronze? Oh yeah. Ages ago. I've got 100k here and 130k on my hunter and nothing to spend it on. They're fully upgraded and they've got all the vendors cleaned out. Which way do you skin a banana? Sacrilegiously, I have started skinning bananas from the not stem end. I've started skinning them from the bottom like an orangutan. Not with my feet, of course, but because if you're trying to open it with just your fingers, it is genuinely way easier to crack it open at the bottom than it is at the top where the stem is, without like crushing it into oblivion. Easier to tell what you needed a character at the vendor. That is a good point. I eat the peel. Y'all are cowards. I learned recently that some people eat shrimp tails. They just crunch them. They're edible. I can't fathom such a thing, but apparently some people do it. I'm going to main a priest in the War Within. Is that gonna be a sub goal? Peeling a banana with your feet? No. That is a little outside of my wheelhouse in terms of what sort of stuff I want to have live on the internet forever. My in-laws use shrimp tails for stock. That's just a good idea. Thank you for pronouncing orangutan correctly. People put a G in the end, drives me nuts. Yeah, I think orangutan is a drink. It's a beverage that you get at the zoo. I rip my banana in half. It's easy to do. There's no need to fight with either end. I mean, for years, I would take a dinner knife. So just like a regular one that you would spread butter with or whatever. That's like a little serrated, but like not like a real sharp knife. And I would saw off the tip of it. And then I would take the tip and I would go, and I would squeeze that little triangle piece onto my toast or whatever. And then I would peel the rest of it. And then I would gently slice it with that same like butter knife, basically, into discs. And then I would arrange those in my cereal or my toast or whatever. That was like my go-to. It would require a little cutting board, a little knife, and a few dishes. And I still do it, but nowadays if I'm just throwing the smoothie, I will just like, and then just like break it into pieces with my hands and chuck it in there because I'm about to blend it anyway. I do. Shrimp tails are what you eat on alone after you run out of tree bark. You gotta boil your reindeer moss. I recently finished watching for the first time season 10 of Alone. I didn't want to explicitly mention that I was watching it just in case somebody got overly excited and spoiled anything. And just in case anyone wants to see it and hasn't, we still won't because it's not that old. It's the one that was on Reindeer Lake in Saskatchewan. Goodness. Awful if I got stranded on an island. I'm so picky. Probably just starved because I didn't like the texture. It's interesting watching people that are like not super adventurous with food, but like they're in this competition and they want to win the $500,000 and they know their body needs it. Like make themselves eat stuff. Like it's interesting that you can be starving to death and still something seems like it's too gross to eat, even if you know it's safe and it's nutritious. There was one guy eating there was some eggs that came from a fresh trout that he caught. And that's a delicacy and it's nutritious. And he was like, man, I know I need to eat this. I'm not really a fish eggs person. This is going to be really hard. He ended up cooking it first, which I understand the impulse, but I feel like that made it worse. I don't know, man. It's hard. They're way north this year, up in the Arctic Circle. Oh, man. Anytime it's a good assumption that you're watching Alone. Yeah, not a bad pick. Watching that show always makes me feel so much more content about my life and like grateful for everything that I have. It always makes me a bit introspective. I always get thinky after it. And then when I watch like sporting things in the Olympics, it makes me excited for what the human body can do, and it makes me want to go a little harder every time I exercise. And then when I watch garbage like Too Hot to Handle, it makes me wonder how people manage to put on these incredibly intricate bikinis. Marvel of modern engineering. I watch Hoarding if I want to feel better about my messy condo. Hoarders. Mm-hmm. Double-sided tape. There could be double-sided tape. The thing that I watch for now that kind of amuses me while I'm busy and consuming the mindless drama is depending on where they go, sometimes these people are getting eaten alive by bugs. It was the season of Perfect Match that happened in Mexico, and there are shots because they're all swanning around in swimsuits basically the entire time. And I think they do pick up on bug spray a little bit, but like at least at first, there will be shots of like two people just like talking, and you see someone's leg, and it's just like huge angry welts of bug bites, like 15 of them on a leg, crazy. And I'm trying to think, that does not look like a nice vacation. Holy moly. When I watch sports, it makes me excited for what the human body can do, and when I watch reality TV, it makes me horrified at what the human mind can do. I probably should be doing the normal one because there's more appearances I need from the normal one than heroic, but I don't know. This is just a nice dagger. I like the amber color. This is just the aid the Flaxy. Yeah, that's not what we need. I'm still getting used to new quest turn-ins, daily quest turn-in icons and stuff. Who needs practical protective clothes? Listen, we're here. They're there to grow an Instagram presence in a certain category, and you can't be doing that with too many clothes. It's just not gonna work. Stinks that the memory of a car murders my Lobby character. Don't get the kill reward. Yeah, that happened to me a few times too. Oh yeah, that's right. We were doing these quests. What is your expectation? Sense more good, bad? I'm just happy to be here. I think it'll be fine. I think everything's fine. I'm not really a soothsayer. I think we're lucky that we get to hang out and play video games, and you know, if you're playing it and you're not having a good time, there's a lot of other cool things you can do. When you watch reality TV, are you on the side of I hope they all get along or I want maximum carnage? It's hard because, like, I will be yelling at my TV being like, how are you so dumb? Usually when people are, like, lying and then thinking they're gonna get away with it when it's all on cameras and the point of the show is that stuff like that comes out, I'm like, there's no way anyone's that stupid. Producers must encourage them to, like, keep these things to themselves for, like, maximum drama or something. There has to be something more going on. There's no way you think you can get away with this. But then, like, you know, like, I want people to make smart choices and to treat each other nicely, but then if everybody did that, I wouldn't be watching at all. It's mainly fun to watch people behaving badly and then other people catching on to that, and escaping their webs. Carnage, yeah, pretty much. If I wanted to watch healthy people making good choices, I would see something else. Too much of a Care Bear. Sister was almost on The Bachelor. She was convinced she was going to play the no drama girl, but I had a feeling producers would do otherwise. Yeah, I've never been on or known anybody that's been on a reality show, but I have a feeling that it's probably not as straightforward as it looks like it would be, and that you will not have very much control over how you end up coming off. Like, obviously, you can go, well, if they didn't want to be famous for saying this awful thing, they shouldn't have said it. But sometimes they will stitch together sentences that you just straight up did not say, or take a sentence and put it fully out of context and splice it into a different conversation to make it like they can absolutely write you around like a puppet and put words in your mouth that you said about something else. You know, you had a sandwich and you were like, yo, this is disgusting, and then they take that voice line and they stick it into a different situation where you're talking about whether or not you like somebody. There is no ethical code of conduct of they must portray things accurately. They're just there to make good entertainment. But yeah, exactly. Watch it for the spectacle. I have an emergency. My cold stone from yesterday is completely frozen because I left it overnight in the freezer. Oh, man. What is the workaround? Kind of stop watching any TV. It's a good way to save a bunch of time. TV and movies is kind of what I'm using to wean myself off of scrolling, because yes, you can waste a lot of time watching TV and movies, but it's not as compulsive for me as scrolling is. and it doesn't wreck my mental quite as much as scrolling does. So if I realize I'm in a state where I'm not going to do anything anyways, if I can watch a movie with my partner, that's usually a better thing for me than just like reading YouTube comments or going through news articles. Waste too much time with WoW instead. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, probably. I thought I was too good for TikTok, and I still refuse to watch enough of it for the algorithm to figure out how to trap me. But it doesn't matter because YouTube Shorts did it first. They snuck in. I didn't think they were going to be interesting. And then you see one that you're like, oh well, this might be interesting, and it's only a minute long, and then you're trapped. It's a problem. TikTok's a really good way to lose a lot of time to some very silly fabricated drama for me. Okay, I hate this one. It's under the water. I don't want to do it. I just want to be queued up for my scenario. Do you think anyone will get in trouble for using the Warband map toy in Remix? Doesn't give much? Nah, I don't think so. I think you're safe. One of those weirdos that only watches shorts I specifically open, I don't scroll. I am sort of that way, but what I'll end up doing is I'll watch a short that I'll specifically open, and I'll be like, oh, that was funny or interesting or whatever. What other shorts has this account made? And I'll go to their account page, and then I'll go to their shorts, I'll sort them by popular, and then I'll start scrolling through that. So it's all shorts from one account, and it's going from most watched to least watched. But I can get stuck there for ages. No, it ends bad for me. Yeah, it's not my favorite behavior of mine. The thing that I'm trying to do is just pay attention to how gross I feel after I've been doing that, and to really sit with that feeling and feel it and not run away from it, because eventually that's the thing that trains me out of a behavior, is when I realize, not like intellectually, because that never helps me at all, but like in my muscles and my bones and my soul, how something is just a bad idea. Speaking of shorts, the editing on the Kira drinking short was great. She's adorable. Yeah, she's really cute. And the moral of the story is that YouTube shorts are bad for you unless they're mine, in which case they're fun anecdotes from stream and or my cat. I'm not always going to have the most measured takes on consuming media and consuming social media, because I'm in like this really weird position where on one hand, I am a content creator. That is my full-time job. I live and die and pay my rent on making things for people to watch, which is a pretty biased position to come from. On the flip side, I have had huge self-control issues and huge like compulsive use issues with digital media for a long time, to the point that it was really badly exacerbating my anxiety and all these other things. And now I'm kind of like working through that and untangling. But like trying to get a take from me about, and not that anybody's doing this, but if you were trying to get a take from me about like how much it's healthy to like watch YouTube videos or shorts or whatever, it would be like asking a recovering alcoholic owner of a liquor store whether or not you should have a drink at a party. Like, I don't know. I cannot possibly untangle my conflicting biases from, and like the lens of my own life from what anybody else should do, because just because I have problems with these things doesn't mean other people do. Just because somebody needs to exclude alcohol from their life doesn't mean that other people can't, enjoy it occasionally without it being a problem. There's different people and different levels of use and different reasons for use and all kinds of stuff going on there. It's just so weird because it's such a dichotomy for me. It's like I make my living on this, but also, ironically, it's a huge problem for me. Hazel, do you ever enjoy a good mineral water? No. No, I don't. I enjoy a good water that I guess I hope has minerals in it, but I am not going out of my way to add them. I also am not really big on like sparkling water. It's okay, but like I would rather just have water we're getting fancy, we can put an ice cube in it. Do you have the Crasserang specific offhand? Let me look. Crasserang. This one? I do not have this. I love ice. Do you ever enjoy breathing? I mean, I know what you're trying to say, but you could unpack this and talk about the wonders and journey that is breath work. It is a whole thing. There is a lot of value to specifically enjoying and bringing attention to breathing. Don't unpack it. It's a live stream. What do you think we do here? Streams are specifically for someone to sit around for hours and talk in way too much detail about things that don't matter. Because what else are you gonna do? It was a joke. I know. I'm just saying. It's kind of the point. Sometimes things that aren't that serious, you know, you can make them not serious, but discussion worthy if you want to. There's nothing wrong with that. There's one kind of, and I don't think I get this much, and if I do, I have no idea because I don't really look at a whole lot of, like, video comments. But there's one kind of criticism that sometimes comes up about online content of, like, this didn't need to be a thing, or this wasn't necessary, or nobody cares about this. And I always think that's such an odd thing to complain about because you can literally not watch it. Nobody made you click on it. Most of them say what they are on the package. Just because something doesn't feel like it's important to you doesn't mean that nobody else is going to find any value in it. And trying to shame people for making things that you don't think are worth existing is just a bit strange if they're not hurting anybody. You know, there is content that is actively harmful and dangerous, but something that's just a bit pointless, I feel like, is not the end of the human race. Oh man.
You address your elder.
Any luck? No? Time is it? Quarter to noon. I'm cutting out quilt stripes while watching. Entering my alien era. Like you're watching the alien movies? You're using a lot of alien emojis while you're texting? No. I think I need more details. I'm becoming an alien, I see. Do you want to watch Alien again? Yeah, it's a good one. I've discovered that I love Sigourney Weaver. What if one was an alien to start? Who is that? She plays the protagonist in the first and also a few more Alien movies. She's an actor that is in a lot of science fiction properties. And also in one of the Finding Nemo sequels where they're jetting around an aquarium trying to escape. Her voice is like narrating, "I'm Sigourney Weaver. Welcome to the aquarium," kind of thing. What zone are you most excited to level up and War Within? The one with the big crystal in the sky and all the Arathi in it. There's a Hallowfall. That's the one. That's the good stuff. Man, that kind of made me want to rewatch the Finding Nemos. The hyper Aussie turtles killed me when I was a kid. They were so funny. It's a good one. I love Finding Nemo. It's crazy to me that the animations and the... Like, it now looks dated to me, which it makes sense. It's old. Finding Nemo came out in 2003. So it is understandable that at 21 years of age, it doesn't look like the most modern piece of animation. That is reasonable. But, I don't know. When I was a kid and it came out, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is so awesome. It looks amazing. This will never ever look old to me. Holds up though. Yeah. Toy Story looks like a low budget YouTube video. Still a great movie. Oh man. The vegetarian sharks. Fish are friends, not food. Equivalent to a 15 plus at Mythic Pluses? It would be like a 7, right? Because 10s are the new 20s. Is that true? Are 10s the new 20s? It's a 5? I've kind of gotten out of touch with it. Alright, any luck? We're looking for... We got a keg breaker. We're looking for an amber blade. No, not that time. The fact that the software they used to animate Toy Story was basically a spreadsheet still blows my mind. I don't think I knew that. My favorite were the little aliens from the toy machine at the pizza parlor. Pizza Planet. The claw. I still make that joke. Yeah. That's my favorite thing about the whole thing. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff going on in there. Still blows my mind that the now primitive technology in the 50s and 60s, that things like send people to the moon. Yeah, that's wild. All analog, no digital. They announced Incredibles 3? I don't know. 2 was just okay. Rewatched Despicable Me, the first one. Really not bad. Yeah, it was kind of fun. I had some notion about like catching up on all of them, but then after watching the first one, I was like, I don't know. Got other stuff I can watch. Looking comfy today, shirts. Oh, thanks. I am quite cozy. Quite separate and aside from the topic of children's movies, but I recently watched Saltburn for the first time. I hadn't seen it, but I noticed that it was on Prime. It was included in Prime for me. I was like, you know what? I'd heard some things about it, so I went in knowing a few things. And I discovered that I could not watch them. There was a couple scenes where I had to hide until they were over. Or at least one in particular. But now I have seen it. And I can never unsee it. Which movie? Saltburn. It reminded me a lot of Parasite. It had a lot of the same themes. That one is wild. Yeah. Yeah, very different from Finding Nemo. bit of a right turn in terms of a hard turn in terms of content and theme. Wouldn't watch that if you paid me. Yeah, I understand. I do understand. I'm glad I saw it though. What was the other movie that I watched that I remember feeling at the time like this was too, I don't know, pretentious or art house or like something for me? And I watched the whole movie and I was like, man, I mean, I get it, but or like, I don't know if I get it. It was a bit like I got through the whole thing being like, huh. But then even though I thought that I didn't like it, like I kept thinking about it and like making references to it for the next like month. It was like the Triangle of Happiness or something. Rich people in a boat. As far as Crass Ring drops, only 2. They're just in that zone. Hard to spot in the tally list. Yeah, the only Crass Ring things are, for Priest at least, seem to be ones that are shared with Vale. So Hope's Effigy and the Stabber. Never heard of it, just Googled it, we'll never watch it. Triangle of Sadness. Was it Sadness? That would make more sense. The, Balenciaga. H&M is still a very memeable, very quotable moment. Wish I could watch when I was younger with no problem, but not anymore. That's good. I'm glad I saw it at least once. I don't know if I would get the DVD. My goodness, it's almost noon. Time went so fast today. We can do one. Hang on. Did we open our boxes? We did. We can do one more run of Crypt and hope that we get that dagger. Need to get going. Don't be late. You've got a very important event. I mean, you know that. You don't need me. See ya. I'm just gonna do one more scenario and then I shall wrap up for today. It's not my fault I pulled a Mercius. Netflix has a new documentary about dogs. I should add that to the list. I watched the cat one. I watched The Secret Life of Cats and I found that to be very fascinating. Am I in queue? I am in queue. That's good. Am I really gonna farm remix weapons until The War Within comes out? I know we have 12 days, but that's like a lot of days to be farming remix weapons. Oh, I guess we don't have 12 days of remix. We only have, well, honestly, it's over a week. We have quite a bit of time still if I do want them. They just, I guess you just gotta get one more. You don't gotta get all of them. We got a couple today. There's always Subnautica for a day or two. What if I need to save that for when I can really give it my proper attention? Give it the time and space it needs? Say there's never a right time. Oh, man. Is the sea in the crystal zone scary? I mean, it didn't frighten me when I was testing, but maybe I didn't get far enough in questing. I don't remember getting eaten alive. I can't remember if Subnautica is supposed to be scary or fun. Is it supposed to be satisfying? Hazel builds cozy home on cute submarine. Collects seaweed, weaves into baskets. Maybe it's both. Every now and then I miss Raft. I wonder if it's had a bunch of updates since the last time I played it. It's been a couple of years. I feel like it's been like 2 or 3 summers. Because I don't think I played any Raft after I started fishing in real life, and it's been at least 2 years there. It's hard for me to keep up with grinds like this when I'm not able to double dip. It was a lot easier to be invested in it when there was like, when I also needed the bronze for stuff. It's hard to run it when it's just for a chance at something. And you don't know how many times it's gonna take. Beautiful. Also quite scary. You do get to build a nice home. I do like that. I've been kind of getting the Animal Crossing itch again just because I'm itchy for some nesting, you know. I want to do a little digital homemaking. I mean, I'd like to do some, I guess I can always like clean and tidy my house, my apartment. Try and spruce up the hazel nest. Man, it didn't drop. Unlucky. I gotta go. But before I go, I want to see if Moosey maybe wants to come over and say hi. Let me see. I'm gonna leave it on the screen, but I will be right back. Somebody's a little sleepy. Hi, buddy. I brought your moose. What do you think? He like just woke up and he's like, Mom. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. You want a tug? The moose is down an ear. Hi, bud. Oh, big stretch. We can't leave him alone with these kinds of toys because he will dismantle and consume them. So he doesn't get to see it that often, but he's still not 100% sure he wants to be awake. Yeah. I'll go play with you up front after this. I just wanted you to say hi. You're cute. Can you sit? Good boy. Can you touch? Good boy. Okay, I'll go play up front. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate your company, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.